Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is getting a ton of reveals today. We're going to go over all of it and cover it all in today's video. But before we get into that, I had to mention at the top of the video, Dragon Ball Daima special panel is set for NYCC 2024. Obviously, they had one last year where they announced Dragon Ball Daima, and it was absolutely huge. They're coming back again this year. It's going to be on October 17th. It'll be hosted by Mono Creole and Akio Yoku. So let me just read this. Bringing you the latest news on cards and games, as well as behind-the-scenes stories of Dragon Ball Daima. At the end of the panel, a special screening of the first episode will be held. What's interesting is the first episode is coming out October 11th, and this is going to be October 17th, which is the Thursday after the Friday the first episode airs. So this will be happening right before the second episode. So obviously they're going to be teasing the future Dragon Ball Daima, talking about a ton of other things about Dragon Ball, like it says, cards and games, probably a look at Sparking Zero DLC for Daima, because we know whenever it comes to DLC for games nowadays, they really push it at the beginning. So we're probably not going to be waiting months, or they'll at least mention it. So I just wanted to mention that there. So probably a look at some Daima DLC as well. Anyway, let's just get into the Sparking Zero of it all. The full roster will be revealed September 19th at 6:30 PST, which is basically 9:30 EST. And it's an 11-minute trailer, which is very crazy. So I'm assuming they're probably going to go over the entire roster. But if you're like me, you've actually seen this video, and we actually have the entire roster because VJump actually had a page where they said it's 182 characters. And if you include Daima Goku here, this whole thing actually has the whole roster. So let's just go through them very quickly. Kid Goku, Garlic Jr., all three Z Brolys, Turles, Dr. Wheelo, Android 13, Metal Cooler, the other two Coolers, Lord Slug, Giant Lord Slug. You, of course, have Bojack, Super Brojack, Super 13, my bad, Janemba, Super Janemba, Tapion, Hirudegarn. But, again, go through here a little bit, and you get some super characters like Frost, Kaba with his Super Saiyan forms, and God of Destruction, Toppo. So, very interesting that this Japanese news outlet, whatever it was, a YouTube channel, was actually the original source of this, and they leaked the entire roster, which is crazy. So we actually had the final roster leaked, and it was mainly just Kid Goku and then all the Dragon Ball Z movie stuff, which is cool. Anyway, let's just get into the V-Jump of it all. So it was a lot of pages, but these are basically the major pages translated by Zeed Ta from Twitter, so credit to him. It says, unleash Super Warriors in extra battles and shops. Countless Super Warriors can be unlocked outside of episode battles. That's extra battles and the shop. So I didn't know this originally, but I guess it should have been expected. Ultra Instinct Goku is a separate character from Super Goku. So he'll be going from this like sign form to the white-haired mastered form. I don't want to say mastered because that's more of a manga thing, I believe. So it'll just be Ultra Instinct with the white hair. And then we actually got a closer look at this screen on this screenshot here, where Zeta broke down the little menus here. He says capsules, characters, outfits, voice line, music, and what he's talking about is these menus right here. So it looks like just general hub UI stuff, and we'll get into that too. There's also a part of this video where we're going to get into the backlash, because this game's UI does have some backlash going on. So it looks like Ultra Instinct Goku is 120,000 Zenny. That makes sense. And then GT Goku 75,000. OG Kid Goku is 45,000. That's another disappointing thing. This is the only OG Dragon Ball character is Kid Goku. I was really hoping for more OG Dragon Ball characters, at least Demon King Piccolo, but at least we're getting Kid Goku. And then, of course, Majin Vegeta is 105,000 Zenny, and Gogeta from Dragon Ball Z is 105,000 Zenny. So this is actually the first time we're seeing Z Gogeta and OG Kid Goku. So they actually kind of low-key leaked these in this V-Jump issue. They haven't revealed them in the trailer yet, so that's actually kind of big news there. Videl is, of course, cheap at 30,000 Zenny, same as Cell Jr., and then Mecha Frieza is 90,000 Zenny. Now, I remember previously they said that this would just be an option for unlocking characters. I don't think you have to unlock them through here. You could unlock some characters through the story as well. So I'm not sure if that means only characters featured in the shop can only be unlocked in the shop, or if this is just an alternate pathway to unlocking characters. I believe it's just an alternate pathway to unlocking characters, but there are other ways to unlock characters, which we'll get into pretty quickly. So, customization. It says the battle spins. Create your own battle with custom battles. So it says exhilarating reversal scenes and more. The edit mode has finally been implemented, allowing you to create your own battles. What's more, if you post it in World Library, players from all over the world can enjoy it. So I am, of course, going to be using this all the time, and maybe I'll be publishing them. I wonder if they have links to where you can publish them on YouTube community posts. That would be cool. Choose between easy edit, where you can create just by selecting the items, and normal edit, where you can edit all the performance details in detail. I'm definitely going to be going with the normal edit. Again, these are translations, so it's probably got different names like detailed edit or something like that. And then this is the more character customization page. It says Super Warrior. Use items to become your very own Super Warrior. In the shop, you can get items to improve the performance of your Super Warriors and costumes to change their appearance. You can customize your Super Warrior to be your own. So you have a look at some of the alternate costumes coming to the game. As you can see, this looks to be Z Goku, and some costumes that you can have, some capsules, some things like that. It looks like there's a V aura, which I think there's some sort of promotion going on with V Jump where you get a code, and there's like an aura that is shaped like a V, and then there's a halo. So that'll be very interesting for like custom battles and things like that, where you can pretend like maybe give Bardock a halo accessory and have him be fighting Goku and have your own little what if story, like what if Bardock came back from the afterlife for a day and fought Goku. Then it says, of course they'll appear, inserted dragon and Purunga. So I'm not sure, inserted dragon, again, translations. So calling God, obviously calling Shenlong or Shenron, depending on which translation you prefer. Call Purunga and call Super Shenron. When you clear battles and missions, there is a certain chance that you will receive a Dragon Ball as reward. If you collect 7 of them, you can summon the long-awaited Dragon Shenron. The wishes that come true will change depending on the type of Shenron. So as of this moment, we don't know which Shenrons grant which wishes, but we do know that some of the wishes that they grant include Zenny, character unlocks, things like that. So maybe the Super Shenron will be the one that unlocks powerful characters. Who knows? I guess we'll get more information about that sometime soon. And Zeta uploaded a translation, not like a translated image, but he basically translated it in his post. He said, also, beating this what if on Namek unlocks Yajirobe and gives you 60,000 Zenny and something else I can't translate because it's too small. So this is just one of those what if battles that you can complete and it will give you 60,000 Zenny, which makes sense because if you look here, these characters are expensive. I don't expect you to be grinding a whole lot just to unlock one character, so it looks like it'll be a little bit easier than I was expecting to unlock characters with currency. A Where Na No Aub, I've talked about his tweets before. Sorry if I'm obviously I think I am mispronouncing your name. It says custom mode menu, so he actually went ahead and got a detailed look at this. Nappa on Namek is a what if here. Goku versus Goten from GT right here. Goku GT versus Goten. Looks like some turning on power stuff, but I can't really tell what's going on there. Turles right here, and Piccolo versus Trunks. So that's interesting. So this is what I believe to be a pretty big story. I'm a big Bardock fan. So this is coming from TF Kaiba on Twitter. So this is just a section of the V-Jump issue. Without translations, it doesn't look major. But if you look at the translations from TF Kaiba, 182 character data revealed all at once. Master the information to make a quick start. So, like I said, 182 characters will be in the roster at launch. That's including, I believe, Daima Goku. Because without Daima Goku, it's 181. So they're including Daima Goku here as the pre-order bonus character. That's 182 characters. So they're basically expecting you to have pre-ordered the game already. Which, if you haven't and you're a Dragon Ball fan, you better pre-order. Full of knowledge, you can get codes to unlock strengthening items and characters. So, this is where I'm a little concerned because we are not Japanese. We do not have access to this V-Jump issue. So I don't think that they're locking Gohan Future behind a code. They're just detailing them here, but it looks like there are going to be exclusive items coming with the codes or maybe just early unlocks with the codes. I think it's more of an early unlock situation. Gather all the special moves and abilities of the characters, thoroughly conquer all routes of the episode battle. So you get Future Gohan Super Saiyan, Bardock, and Costume 2 also unlocked? What does that mean? That's right. This is Bardock. Now, no matter how you look at this, we're getting the Super Bardock as well, potentially, because it says Costume 2 here. Now, are they saying that the Dragon Ball Z Bardock is the Costume 2 version, or are they saying that the Costume 2 version is also available? Not pictured here, but it's the Dragon Ball Super Bardock. It's very interesting stuff. So, while that was all the major information today, I have seen some blowback from the community, and it's kind of justified. So, let's just take a look at this. Stock and Donut on Twitter says the UI design is genuinely the worst thing to have come out of a Dragon Ball game, and the font only makes it look like it's a translated image with minimal effort. It's extremely unappealing outside of the backgrounds and characters. And she said, or he, I don't know what they identify as. Let me see here. What do they identify as? She, they. Okay. I have to say something about Sparking Zero that might be controversial, but mainly understandable, I hope. So, again, don't send hate to this person or anything like that. I'm crediting them for the tweet because they made the tweet, but I'm not, like, telling you to attack them for their opinion or anything. Please respect people's opinions here. But they said that, and I kind of understand, because if you look at this, this looks like a Fortnite lobby locker menu. This looks, again, very simplistic in terms of the font. I do like the background here, though. So that's a little disagreement between, and this is a little awkward because the text is very clean, very plain. Again, very clean, plain text. I was hoping, since this is from the beta, it's not final, but the game's coming out pretty soon, and they haven't changed the character select screen, and that is the final version. Having all the characters next to their transformations on the character select screen, whereas in past Budokai Tenkaichi games, you actually have the character and then the forms under the character once you click on that character's icon. I prefer that. In the new version, it looks a little weird, and this is a little weird as well. And then this main menu, actually, I kind of like. I kind of like this main menu, but I understand where they're coming from because the text is very plain. Also, Supreme Kai is here, and he's not even in the game. We looked at the leaked roster, and Supreme Kai was nowhere to be found. So, again, by the time you see this video, the Sparking Zero final trailer may be released, and we may have Supreme Kai in the game. So, if that's the case, this is outdated already, and I apologize. But if that's not the case, that's crazy. That is insane. So yeah, I just wanted to take a moment and acknowledge that it's not all sunshine and rainbows here. We actually have some blowback in the community. So that was mainly the meat of the meat and potatoes of it all. Like, this is like the other V-Jump pages that we didn't get translated because they're not very major. But we actually have a look at Super Goku, or I don't know if this is Super Goku. I think it is. Let me check real quick. Okay, yeah, this is Goku Super, so it's a costume for Goku Super, and I believe it changes one of the moves so that you can use the power pole. I'm very excited for this costume for Goku. I think it's the deluxe, part of the deluxe pre-order bonus, so that's pretty cool here. Another look at the menus, some of the characters running around on the menus, some of the fights and everything like that. Very cool stuff here. Just information about the previous Sparking Zero games, I'm assuming. So yeah, you can go ahead and look at all of these. I think it's a very gorgeous looking game, obviously. I'm really excited for it. Everybody's excited for it. If you're not excited for it, then what's wrong with you? Oh, but another thing, before we end the video, another thing they talked about was in the story mode, if you actually defeat Frieza in his second form, it gives an alternate pathway. So it's basically like, as you play the story mode, there are choices, but then sometimes if you just beat somebody that they don't beat in the anime, you get an alternate ending. So I'm going to do my best to get all those alternate endings and alternate outcomes because honestly, that seems like a big appeal to this game. Anyways, guys, that'll be it for this video. I'm very excited for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. A lot of people are. And I wanted to go over the Sparking Zero V-Jump issue just to kind of cover it because obviously I should be covering it, but everybody's interested in it. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy, make sure you leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe to keep up to date with all things Dragon Ball news and commentary, and I will see you in the next one. Peace off.